Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited about today's video because I was waiting for this to launch in India. So this is the Elf Soft Glam Foundation that Elf recently launched in India. I got my hands on it and I'm super excited to try out. I also picked up their Power Grip Setting Spray, which I was waiting for ages to launch in India. I'm very happy that I got my hands on it as well. But this one I'm gonna save for another video. Today's video is all about the Elf Soft Glam Satin Foundation. So the packaging is very travel friendly. As you can see, it's a plastic tube with a cap, a regular black cap, and you gotta just squeeze out the product. The easiest packaging ever. Now the shade that I got is called 45 Tan Warm. I saw nobody use this particular shade online. I really could not find any video of anybody using this shade, so I was a bit scared if or not this shade would match me, but surprisingly it matches. When I swatched it for the first time on my skin, it looked a lot more lighter, but this one oxidizes, so it gets a couple of shades darker, and once it oxidizes, it's the best shade for me. So let me just swatch it on my cheek and show you how the shade looks. So that's how the shade 45 Warm looks like. As you can see, from the initial swatch, it looks a lot more lighter, but I'm gonna give this a couple of minutes to sort of settle and dry down, and then you will see that this oxidizes and darkens a lot. So it's been a while since I've had this swatch. Now let's do a fresh swatch and see how much this has oxidized. So here is the fresh swatch and this is the oxidized older swatch, and you can clearly see the difference, that how much this has darkened. This one looks more light and brighter. This is a great shade to work on my skin tone, so I'm happy about the shade. I totally forgot to mention that Elf have launched 30 shades in this foundation in India, which is not bad at all. So I'm just going to remove the swatch and apply my foundation in a regular way. So I'm going to apply the foundation on one half of my face and see how much it is able to cover up my imperfections. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my foundation on the back of my hand, work it on my brush and start applying it. So right after application, I can see that the foundation has about medium coverage. I've also applied the foundation a little bit on my under eyes as well, because my dark circles are not prominent anyway right now. So it's not a very powdery matte finish. It's a beautiful soft matte finish, just like it claims. Foundation also has 1% hydrating hibiscus complex. I'm not sure what that does, but it's a beautiful non-powdery soft matte finish. It also has a bit of a glow, so your skin doesn't look dead. Let's try and cover up the pigmentation around my mouth and a little bit of my dark spots on the cheeks, because I can still see the darkness over here. So it is definitely able to build up the coverage, but it doesn't get super full coverage. It still looks a lot more natural, which I'm loving. I feel that's the best kind of foundation to wear if you have pigmentation and still look more natural and not made up. So this is giving exactly that, and also it's not a very flat matte, which I'm also loving. Once the foundation becomes super matte, it can kind of take away the glow, the healthy glow on your skin. So far this foundation is looking really healthy and able to cover up a lot of my imperfections. Perfect for everyday wear or even occasions. You can totally build up the coverage. So here is the before and here is the after. It has definitely covered up a lot of my pigmentation and spots. I'm loving the finish as well. It's a really beautiful finish. Let's apply the foundation on this side of my face as well. Now I've applied the foundation all over my face. I'm really loving it. It has not oxidized completely at the moment, but I'm gonna give it some time and let it do its thing and settle down. Let's also see how other products on top build up on top of this foundation, because it's a matte foundation, so sometimes these kind of matte foundations can disrupt your products that sit on the top. The products on top of this foundation also blends in seamlessly. There is no pilling or anything happening, which I'm loving about it. Everything looks smooth considering that I've not applied any primer. So I'm going to finish off the rest of the makeup and get back to you minus the setting spray. I want to test out this foundation for its full potential and see how it wears without a primer and a setting spray, because primer and setting spray are a game changer for your makeup. So yeah, so I'm back with a full face of makeup and the foundation looks really nice. I've powdered my skin and not applied setting spray like I mentioned, but it's looking really nice and flawless. It is able to blur up my pores a little bit, but not to a great extent, but it is blurring in my opinion. And even after powdering, my foundation is still looking a lot more glowy and healthy. Not to an extent that it is super dewy. It's just adding the slightest of glow, which is making my skin look more healthy and not a flat matte finish. It blended very easily, so it's great for beginners as well. I totally get the hype around the Elf Soft Glam foundation. Initially, I thought this is the same satin foundation that they used to have a couple of years back. That's more dewy and more meant for combination to dry skin, but I feel like this is a perfect foundation from Elf for from normal to oily, extremely oily skin types. Even if you're a dry skin person, you can still wear it, but just make sure that you prep your skin really well. It's a little bit of a pricey foundation, I totally agree, but buy it whenever there is a sale. I got this from their initial launch discounts. This is around 800 something. Elf is really expensive in India, so it is what it is. In the Western countries, it's a lot more cheaper, but in India, it's sadly highly priced. So overall, I'm loving the Soft Glam foundation. I'm gonna wear it for a couple more hours and see if the foundation is able to control my oil production or not. Time is already 7:30ish. So I don't know for how long I'll be able to wear this foundation, but I will give you guys an update for sure. So this is how my skin is looking post 4 hours of wear. I don't think I'm gonna keep the makeup on any longer. So yeah, this is my final check-in. Okay, the foundation looks pretty good in my opinion. I did go out for a walk and all. It's not oiled up that much. It's looking a little bit glowy, maybe slightly oily on the T-zone and the inner cheek area, and a bit of creasing on my smile lines. But this happens with most of my foundations, so I'm not complaining. And for the fact that it has controlled my oil to a great extent without any primer and a setting spray, I'm pretty happy about how this foundation is wearing so far. Of course, I'll have to wear it a couple more times to know how this foundation prolongs on my extremely oily skin. So yeah, but so far it's looking pretty good. So that was my review and first impressions on the new Elf Soft Glam foundation. I really hope that you guys found this video useful and helpful and enjoyed watching it. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, comment, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more such videos. The product link will be linked in the description box as usual. Also follow me on my Instagram. I'll put the link in the description box again. This is it. Take care of yourselves and I shall see you guys soon in my next one. Bye!